Hey guys, Kev here. I have one more rapid review session for you guys, and I'm going to kick it off with an American-made fixed blade. So this is the Axial Gear Alpine fixed blade, and this has their very cool swappable scales and inlay setup. So they sold this in a few different versions. You could get titanium scales. You could get, I think, bronze or different colored titanium. And obviously you can just take these off with T8, it looks like, and swap those out if you bought the extra scales. Now, I don't know if they're selling the scales, but they are definitely selling the inlays. So this came with a set of black G10 and a set of green micarta inlays. But then they sold a fat carbon version of these inlays, and they had 4 different versions: Nebula, Jungle Wear, Mars Valley, and Black Dunes. And you literally just take a tool provided with the knife, you stick it in here, pop up this inlay, pull it out, and then you can punch the other one out the other side. They are magnetic, and then you just boom, drop in another set. So you could buy different fat carbons and have basically a bunch of different aesthetics to your knife, which is really, really cool. It is 100% US made, which is awesome. Axial Gear is out of Utah. I do have an affiliate link. It is down below. I do have a discount code. LeftyEDC will get you 5% off your order from Axial. So you can use code LeftyEDC. This has a little lanyard on it with a titanium bead. Normally I would cut that off, but I am going to pass this around, so I figured I'd just leave it on. It is in Magna Cut steel, right at 62 HRC. It has a nice little sharpening choil right there. And I do have a full video on this. If you want to check it out, see me do some cut testing, you can do that. But it is extremely ergonomic in the hand. Excellent blade shape. I really enjoy this knife. And it comes with this beautiful sheath and an ulti clip. Now, there's actually 3 different blade shapes. So this is the sort of standard drop point, but they also have a tanto and they have a sheep's foot. So if you prefer one of those blade shapes, you can obviously pick those up or pick up multiple and then swap inlays and do all that stuff. I think it's a really cool system, and it seems to be popular right out of the gate. So definitely check out Axial Knives, and again, use code LeftyEDC. The next one is a contender for Knife of the Year so far for 2024. That is the Mr. Designs Phantom. One of the coolest knives to come out in a while. This is a QSP OEM project from Mr. Mihai is absolutely awesome. Love the guy. Check out Mr. Designs. This has a beautifully done hollow grind. You can see how thin this gets. The grind goes all the way up to here. QSP did a great job. Now, I do wish this was a belt satin or a stonewash instead of this machine satin, but that is a personal thing. You have thin stock, thin grind. It's an absolute slicing beast. Now, of course, you have a very thin tip, so this is not going to be the best for stabbing stuff. You have contoured scales and a titanium liner lock. Now, the liners are obviously steel. There are liners on both sides, but they are milled. It has a really good weight to it. I really like it. You have teal accents on the titanium thumb studs and standoffs, which I think are perfect. You have a wire clip. I'm not sure if you could fit Lynch Northwest clips in there. The spacing looks a little, it might work. It might work, actually. I haven't tested that though, so, maybe we could check real quick, because I'm sure some of you guys are going to be curious, huh? I could just grab a Lynch clip. This is not my knife, so I just want to be careful, but. All right, let's see. I have one here because I was testing it on an Asher. Somebody asked me to check, and it did not fit on the Warney Spiro. Hopefully because we had QSP match the Lynch. I sent them a Lynch clip to match, and I was hoping that they did the same thing, or just had them match the wire clips on our knives or something. Come on. All right. Well, either way, it fits in there. I mean, it's not even coming out as is. So you just need to get the screw in there. And it looks pretty damn good. So that's awesome. So you can, confirmed, you can put the Lynch clip on the Phantom from Mr. Mister. All right. You have this beautiful front flipper. Now, this was actually the thing that kept me from getting super excited about this knife when I saw it on Instagram and whatnot. I just was like, I don't know how I feel about that thing. But it is maybe the best top flipper I've ever used. It just fires so well. And because it's so high up like that, you can basically have a good detent. This has an excellent detent. Like, this is really good with the studs, and it's strong, but not too strong with the top flipper. Look at that. So I can roll it. I can reach around it. I can front flip it. I can thumb flick it. I can reverse flick it. I can thumb roll it. I mean, you can do all the moves with this thing. It's so good. It has a reversible clip, so you can carry it left-handed. Has a liner lock, so left-handed, you can get in there and reverse flick. You don't have to worry about frame locks or anything like that. The ergonomics on this are amazing. Large glove size hand fits perfectly back here. And I can also choke up like this to do detailed work with that really thin blade. It's just excellent. I mean, like I said, my only cons would be I kind of want a little more lock bar access. Is it bad? No. It's 100% fine. It's not even like it needs it. It's just I would always like a little bit more. And then the finish on the blade. I would just love to see a belt satin. Other than that, this thing's damn near perfection. That contour, that thinness, the short height, the comfortability in hand, the price point. I didn't even mention this is in 20 CV blade steel. So you have CPM 20 CV and titanium scales, titanium hardware, titanium stud, titanium standoff. And then you have a steel wire clip and steel liners. And this is $205. I'd say that's a pretty good price. Is it the cheapest knife with these materials? No, of course not. But for an OEM project like this, I think the price point is extremely fair. And I think $205 is phenomenal. So the Phantom here is one of the best knives this year. I would really put it with the Berg Blades Mini Sweeney, which is probably my favorite knife so far this year. And kind of funny, they both have that beautiful style of front flipper. So that's how good this thing is. I'm comparing it to a Mini Sweeney. So that is the Phantom from Mr. Blades. Check those out. The next one is just a real quick recap of this little mini corvid and the fixed blade from Concept. I'll link Concept down below. This is the mini watermelon corvid. You can actually reverse flick this little guy. It's in this Damascus. It's actually sharp, and it actually has a detent. It actually has action. You can front flip it. Like, it's a knife. It's just absolutely tiny, but it's cool. Now, the downside with this one is it's like $80, and that just seems ridiculous for such a tiny knife. But it's built like any other knife, so I kind of get it, you know. That's the Watermelon Mini Corvid. And then you have the Corvid S fixed blade that I continue to tell people is one of the best fixed blades I've tried. Just so comfortable in hand, so slicey. Look how tall that blade is. Amazing ergonomics. And a great sheath with a beautiful pocket clip. Right out of the package, this is one of the best fixed blades you can buy for the money. So check that out from Concept. It is in 14C 28N with a black wash. Basically perfect for a fixed blade. It's tough as nails. And you don't need to worry about corrosion resistance right? And you don't need to worry about the 14C scratching because it's a black wash. So anyway, check out the Corvid series from Concept. They're very, very cool. All right, the last ones here to wrap up these rapid review sessions are from Blade and Beam. Big shout out to Dillard and Rachel over at Blade and Beam, a family-owned and run small business. They are a dealer that sells flashlights and pocket knives, basically perfect for me. And I do now have an affiliate link for them. You can check it out down below in the description. You can also just plug in the code LeftyEDC when you check out, and that will give me credit, but that's totally up to you. We have 2 knives from Griffin Company, and these are pretty damn cool. So if you guys don't remember, I had a left-handed Griffin Company F3, and this is the F2, and this is the F3.5. If you want to guess how he names them, it's by the blade size. So the little guy here, the F2, is just tiny, like that corvid. It's a little too small for me personally to want to, you know, own and carry. Just, you know, micro knives aren't my thing. I would cut myself probably all day if I was sitting there fidgeting with it like crazy. If I pay attention, like right now, I can do it easily. But anyway, it has a great front flipper when you're not being an idiot. It works really well. You can actually reverse flick it right-handed if you get it. There you go. But it's just tiny. I mean, look at that. I can get 3 fingers. I could probably squeeze 4 on if I really try. It's still a little beefy for me. That was the one thing with the F3 I didn't like, was it was just a little too hindery, Medfordy for me. That's kind of the idea here. I think he's going for is he's in that class of, you know, harder use knife, but still premium, if that makes sense. Now, the F3.5 is really cool. Now, both of these obviously have these really cool brass inlays, so they got some heft to them. I would prefer the marbled carbon fiber ones, but that would be a lot more lightweight. But these do look really cool. I didn't even realize this is in Magna Cut, and so is this one. So these are in Magna Cut, which is cool. OEM by Best Tech. Now, this one here has an amazing action. The front flipper and the fuller just work so well. And then that detent clicks like nobody's business. That is probably the best click on a detent I may have ever heard. I could listen to that all day. You could put that on repeat, and I would probably just sit there all day watching or listening to that detent click. Oh my God. So good. So these do come in different varieties. I think they have full tie, they have carbon fibers, they have all that kind of stuff, brass, whatever. And yeah, I think they're around $350, something like that. And very cool knives. If you like something with a little bit of just sturdy, hard use feeling to it, right? Thicker stock, a little bit thicker knife, but very well done. Very well done, very comfortable, and the build quality is really good from Best Tech. We know Best Tech has absolutely, come on, been killing it lately. So those are the Scouts, the F3.5 and the F2 from Griffin Company via Blade and Beam. Again, linked down below. Code LeftyEDC. Now, it doesn't give you a discount or anything. It just gives me credit, but might as well throw it out there. We got the Corvids. We got the Phantom from Mr. And then we have the Axial Alpine fixed blade. Let me know which one of these or ones of these you would take home given the choice. Let me know if you have any questions. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in to this rapid review session, and I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.